The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TrapNerd Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Duke Clark. On my left.
Hey.
I don't even want to talk to Harry today.
What?
And you must be tired. You didn't even try interrupting me, man.
I forgot about it.
He's just.
Can we start over?
It's probably the reason, I don't want to talk to you because you just violated me.
Yeah.
And
You
Joe's just been violated by everyone else, so he's, sad. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. Joe's over there sad. It's just really hampering the day.
You still did well, though.
I did great. It's whatever. We'll get to that. Week 3, NFL already over.
It's already flying by.
It is, yeah. It's
Season's already over.
feel
Only
like-
15 more weeks.
I know,
No,
it's
no big deal.
nuts.
I mean, it's already I can't really math that well, but I don't know, 20%. I don't know,
just
something
over.
It's
like
not
that.
even close to 20%.
Not even
my friend.
20%.
The season's over.
A fifth over would be 20%.
Minus the
So, yeah.
playoffs and the Super Bowl.
It's almost a fifth over, or almost 20% over.
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
almost.
Nope.
3 is 20% of 15,
Well, what about 18,
and then there's
though, buddy?
17.
It's 18.
Yeah, but there's 17 games.
But there's 18 weeks.
You're fucking my math skills up, man. The fuck?
You're 16% of the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this wasn't that bad. It was only 4% off.
Yeah.
This ain't a math podcast, so.
You round up to
You did well.
17, technically.
Yeah, so
Let me
here we
see.
are.
I'm going to go look. I have to see.
All right, so Packers won too, right, man?
It was
Bills won,
16th.
Packers won. Good week for us.
Biggest fourth quarter comeback we've ever had.
What was
Ever?
it, 12? What was it?
17-0.
17-0.
You guys won 18-17.
Yeah. We're like that.
Christian Watson comes back this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No, he does.
Jones will be back, too, I think.
It's official. You guys play Thursday?
Yeah. Battle for first.
I don't know if I'm starting Christian
Who you guys
Watson,
play?
though.
The Lions. In Lambeau.
We're about to lose.
You think so? Worry about Miami, buddy. They just hung 70 on someone's head.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Don't focus on the wrong things.
This is a Bills podcast, but that's who we're playing next, man. Miami just has been violating defenses this year, just doing absolutely terrible things. They should be in prison.
New England held them down, though.
And so did, what did they play before that?
The Chargers, they scored 37.
Yeah, they did not.
36.
I seen these
But even
stats.
though they scored 24 against New England,
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good. But
Yeah, especially when you see what they're doing.
Yeah,
down
but
there.
what they did
Yes.
to Denver is historic.
Yeah, they could have kicked the field goal and set the record, but the coach kneeled it. I'm surprised that he did that. I would have kicked the shit out.
He
that
said he
field
didn't
goal.
give a fuck about the record, but why would you put 70 up then?
Well,
I guess
were
they
just
couldn't
scoring.
stop.
Yeah,
the
they-
backups came in. I looked up at the TV and Mike White throws a bomb to Chosen Anderson. He's just gone.
And then Chosen Anderson was in the locker room afterwards. He was like, when I saw we got to 70, I was like, man, we need to go for 100.
For real though.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would have went for the record, and then I would have been just kneeling. I mean, that was – it was like a
A-Chain scoring,
college game,
every time
man.
he touched the ball. I tried telling you guys about that kid.
I know. I
He'll
dropped
do that
him,
again?
too.
Yeah, probably don't see why not. He's fast as hell.
He is fast.
He's already up there with Tyreek for 2 of the fastest plays miles per hour. They run 22 miles an hour or some
You
shit.
know who's faster than them?
Who?
Tank Doe.
No.
He is. He ran 22.4
Well,
miles
he's
an hour.
number 1.
I think so.
I thought Tyreek was.
I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Nah, I
number
feel
one
like
then.
Tyreek's definitely number 1.
How do I look that up?
All I seen when they showed the fastest players of the year was Tyreek, A-Chain, and Mostert had the 4 fastest plays of the year. I
And
thought.
Mostert's 30, which is he's
Yeah.
still running like crazy. But anyway, the Bills also really good offensive performance. Just happened to be half of what the Dolphins did. 37-3. Offensive line looked immaculate against what was supposed to be one of the best defensive lines in the league. James Cook still out there looking good.
You guys
Gabe
dominated.
Davis had 100 yards.
You
Just kidding.
10 catches. Dude had 1 catch. I sat down and I talked to Duke, and I was like, Gabe Davis sucks. He's like, what do you mean? He had 6 for 100 and a touchdown. I'm like, dude, he caught 1 football, and it was on a beautifully designed play and a perfect throw from Allen. He did nothing.
I said he's got to be close to 100 yards. I thought he had 4 or 5 catches, and he only had that 1 catch. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on in my brain.
Tank Doe not even on this list, but I seen a thing that said he ran 22 miles.
That was probably in
22.4.
college.
Nah, it was like a week. Not this week. The week before.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But all these are just all Tyreek, A-Chain, and Mostert.
Oh, maybe it's just from this week then.
Nah, it says week 2, week 1, week 3.
You know what's crazy?
Maybe he was running in a school zone then, and
That's probably
he
what
got a
it was.
ticket. They were like, we can't post this.
Henry Ruggs was one of the fastest players.
Oh, yeah.
Diggs
Well,
had 8
and he's
catches.
one of the fastest drivers.
Wow, that's
Please
going to be a
stop.
good clip.
No, don't post that.
Oh, I'm posting that shit.
Because that cost someone their life. That really ain't funny.
I thought the person died.
Yeah.
And their dog, which really made me sad.
I thought just the dog died.
No, that's still sad, man. Dogs are great.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah.
This dude wanted Oliver on the show. Stephon Diggs had 8 catches. No one else had more than 2.
Yeah, Diggs is that dude.
Like,
Let's talk about Diggs real quick.
okay.
That man does not get any yards after catch, man. He's
you
nice,
look it up
though.
on here?
You go look it up all you want. I'll tell you right now, he probably averaged about 1 yard after catch.
I feel like he used to with
He
the
used to,
Vikings.
He
yeah.
did. Beyond, so I was like already like, don't get me wrong, he's great. He catches everything. I love having him on the team, but he does not do anything after he catches. But he doesn't get hurt either, so I'll take it. It's a good
No, I mean, he's definitely that dude.
The stat's like not even here. Why is it not here?
because he doesn't have one.
He doesn't have that
They just
stat.
took it away. Maybe it's under advanced.
He's the new Marvin Harrison.
Yard. What is YBC? Is that yards before? What the fuck is that?
I've never seen that stat.
I'll look it up.
Yards before catch. Yards after catch. Here we are. He's got 80 this year. It's like 20 a game.
How many
30
catches
a
does he
game.
have?
Almost 30 a game.
What's
I'm
that
really bad
rank
at
in the
math.
league?
I didn't look. I just looked up his.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's good
I
or
might be
not.
tripping, but he and I don't like. I like that he goes down. I don't want him hurt, But he doesn't go nowhere.
Yeah, his first year with us, and then his first year with us was his best year yards after catch. I don't know what would be yards after catch per reception is 3.2. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. I have no fucking clue where that ranks in the league, but that's what it is.
I mean, you
his
gotta think
highest
guys
ever
like
was
Tyreek
4.8.
and, I don't know,
Tyreek's probably got like
Chase,
400
all those dudes
yards
are all
after
pretty good
catch.
After the catch.
Yeah, Diggs is just trying to live, man. He's trying to be good forever. But the best thing about this game is that Josh Allen really didn't do anything, and we still blew them out.
Yeah,
Like,
your guys'
we're
defense is
actually-
looking really good.
We're actually running the ball. The offense is well-rounded. I feel like they're not going to be able to key in on just Josh Allen anymore.
You're starting to feel better after week one.
Yeah, Ken Dorsey's looking really. Like I said when we were out, like this will be it. Like this is the best offense in the league. Our defense has been one of the best defenses in the league. But other than New England, they played two really bad defenses. We even played a good offense, really. I mean, we played Zach Wilson 4 quarters, or basically 4 quarters,
Sam Howell,
and then Sam Howell and
Garoppolo.
So
This game should be primetime. It sucks that it's just at 1 o'clock.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. But what are you gonna do? I think our second game is prime time. That's why
I like how they did it this year with this guy. They here for
in the summer, and like not the summer, but
Yeah.
not the winter, and then they're in the winter, so people aren't dying of heat stroke.
and people ain't playing in the cold.
Makes sense.
I like it.
But yeah, like our defense, unreal. Getting up like Leonard Floyd, Rousseau,
I'm a little-
pressuring all the time.
I'm nervous though.
I mean, sure you should be. It's fucking 70 points.
I just don't think we have anyone fast enough to like even cover Tyreek at all. But we have Poyer and Micah Hyde, so
What if Waddle will be back?
I think he's supposed to be back.
I remember in a regular season game we dropped 2 safeties all the way. We dropped Micah Hyde and Poyer all the way back, so Tyreek couldn't make huge plays.
They should just have them
I
like
don't know if
40
we-
yards back all the time.
Well,
Just
when we
prevent.
played the Chiefs after they beat us, that's what we did, and we beat them in the regular season.
Then Mostert and A-Chain are just going to be dipping on you guys, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you stop him, man. I don't.
If A-Chain is really this dude, like I know he can't do what he did last week, but if he's like that good with Mostert, like and then Waddle they scored 70 without Waddle, so like he'll be back. Like that offense is nuts.
I told you the lock
Nah,
What's the lock under?
under.
hell nah, because they're not going to be able to stop you guys often either.
Yeah, I mean, when they played Herbert, not even Herbert, they just let mad rushing yards, and James Cook's been looking. They had like 2. They like what was it like 2? It was something like 2 or 3 people had over 100 yards or something against them. I think maybe it was just Kelly and Eckler had over 100 yards rushing against them. It was like the first time
Kelly
it
at
happened.
91.
Yeah, it was like close. James Cook's going to run all over them boys.
I could see it going under, but it would be like 28-24, which would just hit the under. It'll still be high scoring, though. But I could see that happening.
21-17.
No, there's no chance.
No. All right, well, let's talk about – so Tua right now I feel like has got to be the MVP through 3 weeks.
He looks really good.
And
Yo, can I tell you guys something? My bad.
Yeah.
So in the offseason, I wanted to trade Tua. So I offered this dude Tua and a first for Justin Fields. He said, nah, Fields is untouchable. That man saved the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he really messed up.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I just seen it that I did that. I don't remember why. I thought Fields was going to go crazy.
Last year when they were winning and everyone was like, oh, Tua's MVP because he had MVP numbers, I was like, no, if you really watch the games, like he underthrows a lot. Tyreek Hill like doubles back. He's got these receivers, but he's making nothing but perfect throws this year. Like it's just as much his accomplishment as his Tyreek's. This dude is putting dots. He's putting the right amount of touch, everything, all the time. If he's this good, like if he plays this good, like I don't see how they get beat.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough to beat.
Like
they're 3-0.
We'll learn a lot this week.
Yeah, they're 3-0.
Yeah.
'Cause
Who did they play? Denver.
The Chargers and Patriots.
Yeah.
Which are bad wins. The first two aren't bad wins.
But they didn't
The
score.
Chargers won? No, they just won this week.
They scored
They beat
a lot.
They beat
We just
Minnesota.
talked about it.
Yeah, they scored
36-34.
Yeah.
Is Minnesota done?
I mean, yeah, we'll see. It looks bad.
How do they have the best player but can't win?
Their defense is atrocious.
Yeah, their defense is booty. Their running backs are horrible.
They got Akers now.
So the running backs are horrible. Their defense is booty.
Akers about to go nuts.
Yeah, he'll definitely get like 7 for 20. 1 catch, 2 yards.
And
Lock
3
it in.
touchdowns.
That guy stinks.
So why did you guys just pull the exact opposite scripts? You were just mad good the first 3 quarters last week.
Yeah, we're 2-1 like we're supposed to, just in opposite ways.
And then this week you were just like
the first 3
worst team in the
quarters was
league.
probably the worst 3 quarters I've watched of Packer football in a long time. Just penalty after penalty. Gave up a punt return touchdown.
It was feeling bad.
Oh man, every play it was always first and like 20, then like second and 17, and like third and 15 every single drive. They would start around like the 40 or 50. We would always start at the 10. It was horrible. I thought it was over, but we powerbombed Derek Carr and went from there.
Who powerbombed him?
Rashawn Gary.
That's your
Yeah,
boy.
he got the game ball in the locker room. He was crying. He was real pumped up about it. Team was fired up. I wanted to cry. I love
He
those
ruined
guys.
the man's career.
Nah, I mean, he'll be all right.
You think so?
He just let him know, like, you're not just coming into Lambeau and walking all over us. Just sit down.
He sat down.
Yeah.
His career's already ruined. That boy sucks. But
Yeah. I told you Miller wasn't running on us.
nope.
Our defense really fought and kept us in the game. I was waiting for the Saints to deliver the knockout blow. They got like a punt return, and our defense just kept battling. And finally, in the fourth quarter, Love just was sick of it, throwing the ball over the place. Had like 40-something yards running. I don't know. I was loving it.
I was watching the Bills game and I got Jaden Reed.
Mhm.
So with commercials and shit, I go check. That dude had 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, he had a big fourth
Then
quarter.
all of a sudden he had 10. I was like, wow, or 9 or
Yeah.
something like that. That was
The thing that Love adds to the offense that's nice is his mobility. Like 4th and goal, we go to hand it off. The running back gets destroyed, and he pulls it out and runs in for a touchdown. He avoided being sacked, ran down the sidelines for like 30 yards. Like those plays are huge. It fires the team up. And then it was 17-9, and LaFleur decided to go for 2. So if to still be down 8 or get within 6, we got the 2-point conversion, and that's what led us to winning 18-17. The Saints had a chance, so they missed a 46-yard field goal. We would have had about a minute left and 2 timeouts, but thankfully that dude just missed.
The one thing I will say is that Love is like, I think he's like the worst completion percentage in the league.
Yeah.
Are you worried about that at all, or is it just
No.
like
He only has 1 turnover, which was on like a bomb on 3rd down where he was just hoping to get like one of those 3rd and 20s, and the dude intercepted it. So he has no turnovers. He's not getting sacked. I don't know. I feel like he's throwing the ball away at the right times. Maybe he should check down a little bit more, but I'm happy with the way he's playing. I guess we just have to see.
Yeah, like when I'm just thinking like, is it like something with like almost like how Geno Smith, like they don't have tape on him.
Yeah, it's
and, like,
definitely
once
possible.
they figure out, I mean, he's already not like he's having success. Obviously, he's 2-1, and like he's not turning the ball over. But if they were to take some of those things away from him, does he have like that 2nd and 3rd?
Well, one thing you got to
option that
remember is not only are we not the most talented team, like name-wise, but we haven't had Christian Watson. our number one receiver. We haven't had Aaron Jones the last 2 games. By far, our best players you've seen week 1. We missed Elton Jenkins, who's one of our best offensive linemen last game. Bakhtiari missed the last 2 games.
I feel like Bakhtiari's always out, isn't he?
Yeah, that injury just really ruined his career. Something with the way the fields are now, too. It's hard for him to play. I don't know. But so you look at all that, you take away his 2 best weapons by far. You take away his 2 best linemen.
And he's still making plays.
His first season, and he's still making plays. I don't have worries, but it's possible that as the season goes on, people will figure him out. But I think LaFleur is a genius, and I think getting those weapons back will only get better. I also think completion percentage is the most overrated stat a quarterback can have. Like, me and Dom were joking back and forth because I was like, let me know when Allen catches Love in touchdowns. And he was like, well, he's got a better completion percentage. And I'm like, yeah, not to be a dick, but that's because you guys do, like, screen, punt. Like, that was your guys' offense for a while. It's not hard to throw the ball 2 yards. Bo Nix, they said, broke Oregon's record last year in college. And I got to watch him versus Colorado this week, and I see why. He says hike, and he throws it to someone. They catch it and go 80 yards for a touchdown. Like, I'm not impressed. I like that Love's consistently trying to push the ball down the field.
Allen used to push the ball down the field, man.
And he's throwing the ball
still
away.
Pushing the ball down the field.
Ken Dorsey blows. I need him to get together, man.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck that we just put up 37. That shit's corny.
We just put up 75 points in 2 games.
Yeah, off of what though?
Off of our running backs looking better than they have in 4 or 5 years. Josh Allen leading the league
His
in
play
completion
calling's ass.
percentage.
I don't give a fuck. There's nothing you can
can't
tell
just
me.
say that though.
I'm watching it. I can say it. These dudes make plays and we score. That's how we score. We're in the red zone. We can't score.
I think the problem is that completion percentage shit matter when you're going up against Mahomes, who might complete 3% less, but he's pushing the ball down the field on your defense.
But they are pushing the ball
No,
down
I'm not
the field.
saying that. I'm not coming at.
I don't like
just
Ken
them.
Dorsey.
I'm saying that stat.
His plays suck, bro. His plays suck.
I'm not gonna say I like Ken Dorsey, but like I don't understand. Like,
suck.
from what basis are you saying that his plays suck when we just scored 75 points in 2 games? Like, I don't
know. Let's go.
Like Bryce Young, I'm not sure what his completion percentage is, but through 2 games, he had the 3rd lowest pass per attempt or completion in NFL history. So, like,
What do you mean?
Every attempt he had would be like 5 yards. It was the 3rd lowest to start your career in NFL
Oh,
history.
okay, yeah.
So, like, I don't even know what his completion percentage is, but let's say it's 20 points higher than Love's. Like, am I supposed to be impressed? Because he can't throw the ball downfield. Young. He has
but
no
for
long completions.
it's not an end-all be-all, but like when you talk about a guy like Josh Allen who can throw the ball down the field, and like one of his worries was like, can he take that underneath stuff?
Right.
And he's
Which is good
he's
for
showing
Josh
his
Allen.
ability. Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
If it was Jimmy G, I don't care because
you are, I think I want to say the 3rd person who brought up Love's completion percentage, and maybe it'll be a problem, but I don't view it that way. He threw probably 6 or 7 long balls one-on-one to Dobbs and Jaden Reed, and they caught 0 of them. Not one time did they go
Were
up.
they accurate, though?
Yeah, they were right there. Good 50-50 balls. A few of them were perfectly defended, and then a few of them, like Jaden Reed had one in his hand, couldn't come down with it. Dobbs had one in his hand, couldn't come down with it. We got like 3 pass interference calls that don't count as completions, but we gained like 50, 60 yards off of, good balls that the Saints knocked the receiver down so he couldn't catch it. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. You know what I mean? You really got to watch every play and see. It's hard to just look at the box score and be like, wow, that guy was whatever he was.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't get me wrong. He looked for 3 quarters. He was playing bad. The whole team was playing horrible.
if it was like 58, which people would be like, oh, that's low. It's like it's one thing to be low, but like once you're like the bottom of the league, it's kind of like you can't use like some of those. I mean, it's only been 3 weeks, so you can now. But like, say it was the continue over like a 9-week period, you can't be like, oh, okay, well, this guy didn't catch this ball because it just equals out. You know what I mean? Like, and if it could be something to worry about on the back end where the guy's just not catching the ball.
Like if he had Jamar Chase and Higgins, like how Burrow does, how I was telling you yesterday, if he was constantly throwing up those 50-50 balls, I believe more of them would have been caught.
And that's what Watson's supposed to be good at.
Yeah, Watson's going to get more separation. He's going to open things up. I really am really happy. I'm just so excited. Like, I won't let those small stats bother me yet. Maybe this Thursday Detroit will expose it because they're going to probably rush 4 and be able to get home with Hutchinson. And that might hurt us, but until it happens, I'm just going to keep trying to build off of what he's been able to do. It's been a lot of fun.
I get that. A.J. Dillon sucks, and that's the last I have to say.
A.J. Dillon's the only one I'm disappointed in, but we see the stats. We know as the months go on, somehow this dude just turns into the Hulk. Right now he's just Bruce Banner, whatever his name is. Like, he just isn't doing shit. Like, Patrick Taylor was our best running back Sunday. Made some really good plays.
I gotta drop him in the 10-man.
Don't drop him
in the 10-man league.
December will be coming. You'll be sick.
Maybe. I mean, maybe in a 10-man.
Yeah, in a 10-man you probably can.
I have to. I can't.
Who else do you have on your bench?
7. Christian Watson.
Christian Watson's gonna get like 5 points this week.
I guess I could drop Mingo.
Yeah, 5 points every time.
I would drop Mingo.
Definitely
a dynasty. I would love Mingo, but until they get a quarterback,
Adam Thielen's clearly the number 1 over there. He's really been impressive. A revenge game versus Minnesota this week for him too. I'll be starting Thielen.
I can't believe.
As long as Dalton plays, I really like the way Dalton plays for what receiver you own, because he'll just throw the shit out the ball to them. They'll be losing. Minnesota's defense sucks.
They're probably gonna go fucking 0-4.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
No, they're gonna beat Carolina.
They're only -3, which made me laugh a little bit, but they're on the road.
Why do they have to just beat?
They're gonna beat Carolina.
I don't know.
Carolina sucks.
Carolina look good. They got Andy. They got a real quarterback now. Yeah,
but you remember the offseason? This dude was
have
like.
we talked about Bryce Young yet?
He's going from Andy Dalton.
I just talked about him.
To Derek Carr. Now Andy Dalton's a real quarterback.
Well,
that is funny.
Sucks.
I want to talk about the Browns.
He's
because
so
they
much
actually
better
look,
than Bryce Young, though.
Yeah, he is.
That's what I'm saying.
He is. I want to talk about the Browns because they look like the real deal, man.
If you want to talk about them, you can, but then you have to talk about the Steelers.
That's true. We can get to the Steelers too.
The Browns didn't look like the real deal.
Well, if you guys want to talk about them, we have to talk about the Texans.
That's a division game. It's the same thing. The Bills look like shit against the Jets. They come through. They dominate 2 teams. It's like the division games are always like the Steelers.
But what the Browns do, they beat Joe Burrow, who actually I didn't know, but he sucks week 1 regardless. Then he comes in with this injury, and then they beat the Titans, who that team, that offense with Tannehill.
That offense just put up like 20 something last week
versus the Chargers.
Somebody offered me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But they just came out here 3 points. They shut down Derrick Henry.
I'm not saying that the Browns aren't impressive or have a great team. But I'm just saying, like, the Steelers, they couldn't do that versus the Steelers.
It was a competitive
Steelers
game,
got
though.
beat. They got their ass beat by San Fran, and people wanted to talk. But San Fran right now is the best. Well, maybe Miami, but like San Fran's like the best team.
Yeah.
Their point differentials, I'm pretty sure, is close to Miami's, even though Miami just won by 50. Like, that's how good San Fran is. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, I mean that's a fact. But how the fuck did we get to start talking about San Fran? Because
Pittsburgh, to me, is more impressive out of all the AFC North teams. Baltimore just loses at home.
That might be the Steelers' division.
Who never beat a team over 500. The Bengals still look bad. I still think they'll be fine, but they're looking bad. And then the Browns and Steelers are 2-1, but the Steelers beat them. And took
Nick Chubb. Yeah, sure, but you think like if just put this over a 18-week season, you think the Steelers, like you just seeing from both teams, the Steelers are the team that you think has a better chance.
What scares me is I hate their play calling. I hate the way they use Najee. They don't throw him the ball, which is like one of his specialties coming out of college and early in his rookie season. But Pickett, to me, is showing signs of improvement. Pickens is making plays. Kelvin Austin's getting involved. Freiermuth they're starting to use again. He didn't do shit like the first week and a half. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
He didn't do shit last week either.
The defense is crazy. We got to see, man. I don't know. They play the Texans this week. Like, it's a game they're supposed to win on the road, but the Texans, I do look good. Do the Steelers drop that game and we just come back here next week and say, okay, yeah, they're not shit? Or do they fucking dominate Stroud like I think they will, because he's never seen a pass rush like this in his life? We got to see. But no, the Browns, I mean, Watson just doesn't look great to me. I mean, Jerome Ford looks like a great replacement. Hunt's made a couple plays already. Cooper's the man. Their defense is really good as well. But I don't know.
But they shut down. I mean, Ford did get the touchdown. Rushing wise, they shut down Ford,
which they will do all the time. Tennessee,
exactly. But they took away the number one thing that Cleveland wanted to do, and Watson went out there. I mean, he might not look the best the entire time, but his stats are really good. 27 and 33.
It was a great game. Hopkins couldn't do shit. Henry could not do anything. It was impressive. I agree. I'm just saying. I think the Steelers deserve a little bit of credit if we got to talk about the Browns.
They do.
I think DeMond was on. He has a dead. If TJ Watt's on the field, they'll be in any game. That dude is fucking nice.
He was about to break Jimmy Garoppolo's body.
Oh my god, that dude is nice. If he's out there though, they're in any game except one versus San Fran.
Yeah, it's
big deal.
As of right now, maybe nobody will be in the game versus San Fran. We don't know.
That's
that.
true.
Brock Purdy's that dude.
He hasn't lost a game really. Even
he's
against,
never lost a game. That's just it.
Even against
he's never lost a game.
But even against the Eagles, he was out in like the first quarter.
It was 7-0. He's never lost. That guy's unbelievable.
Think about that though.
Everybody's knock is that he
now hang on, let's back it up real quick to Big P. Would you say he upgraded to medium P?
Yeah, he's medium P.
He's the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He's very big P.
He's medium P.
He throws the ball short. He still was throwing dimes down the field. I mean, he didn't look great versus the Giants, but he still had some good long throws. The touchdown to Debo was crazy. It was right on the money.
That dude's the best.
He's not the best.
Who's better? Who's better?
Who's better?
Tell me who's better.
I'm not having this conversation.
No, just tell me who's better real quick.
Pat Mahomes.
How many? Hang on.
Josh Allen.
Did Pat Mahomes lose this year?
I don't give a fuck.
Did he lose last year? Does he have any L's
Bro,
at all?
made-
Does Pat Mahomes have an L?
Yes.
Does Brock Purdy have an L?
Nope. If Pat Mahomes had Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and that offensive line, he'd score 70 every game.
You.
They wouldn't care about the Dolphins scoring 70 because Pat Mahomes would average 80.
I do think.
Do you think Justin
McCaffrey
Herbert's better?
deserves MVP
Yeah.
talk though.
You think Justin Herbert's better?
Absolutely.
He has Keenan Allen, Eckler, and Mike Williams.
I'm sad about
He's
Mike
lost
Williams,
games though.
too.
He's lost games.
Offensive line not nearly as good. Defense not nearly as good. Keenan Allen, sure. Mike Williams is not better than Ayuk or Deebo in my opinion.
You say Keenan Allen's not?
I said Mike Williams.
Oh, why though?
Keenan Allen's probably the best out of all of them though. He probably.
I don't know about
He's
that.
probably the best player out of both teams.
With Kellen Moore there, Mike Williams was really emerging.
He's
I'm
not
sad
better than
about
Ayuk,
it.
though. I don't think.
I'm really sad about that injury for
me too.
Mike Williams. But McCaffrey deserves MVP talk. Like I joke around about Purdy. Well, I do think Purdy's good. I don't think all the shit other people say doesn't matter to me. I think Purdy's good, but McCaffrey really gets that shit going. That dude is unbelievable. Touchdown in 11 or 12, however many games he's played with San Fran, he scored, and he's going for the record this week against Arizona. He should get it. Runs the ball, catches the ball. The defenses are so scared of him. I don't know. He makes things so easy for that offense.
You see what he
Everyone who drafted
somebody
Jamar
tackled him
Chase
and was like
ahead of him.
hyped. He was like, "Yo, I tossed your ass, little boy," or some shit like that. You see him say that? He
said that to a Giant player?
Is that who they just played?
Yeah.
I think so. Then
That's funny as hell.
I seen a whole clip on it. He's like, "Oh, I tossed your ass," because he like pushed him forward.
Oh yeah, no, I played. You're talking about
What were you saying though?
Brock
People who drafted Chase.
over McCaffrey are very
Yeah,
sad.
but yesterday
Chase had a good
got
game. But
15 or 16 targets. That shit.
I know, but
The first game
McCaffrey-
they fed the ball to Chase, they got their first win. I mean, they know what they got to do.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but I mean, it's just like if you had to draft right now, I wouldn't second guess taking Tyreek, Jefferson, or McCaffrey over Chase.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be bad.
Which I can't.
Even Kelsey, you could.
Nah, I'd take Chase over Kelsey
No, go ahead.
every time.
Kelsey just 2-0 so far.
Is he doing all against
No, he
him?
probably lost this
I
week
think
though.
he did, yeah.
But he didn't play the fourth. Taylor Swift was there, shit.
He was up in the booth.
I don't know.
watching
I mean,
He had like 7 for 60 or 70 and a touchdown though.
Yeah.
Like
I hate that we have to talk about this. Like, get Taylor Swift out of football, please. This is the worst thing to happen to the NFL since Henry Ruggs. But like, this is, I hate it. I hate it.
Why?
what don't you like about it
It's
so
just
much?
like now it's just like overshadowing the game. Like they're
Yeah, but
talking
they
more
should
about
overshadow
Taylor.
the Bears are terrible.
They didn't give a fuck about that
They
game.
didn't give a
The
fuck about
biggest
entire-
highlight of
they
that
don't-
game was Taylor Swift was there.
Taylor
Damn, how
Swift
many
is
times is
trash,
Chris Collinsworth
man.
going to mention her on Sunday Night Football?
That was my problem. They just kept freaking going to that shot.
Yeah.
Then it just stopped. Like, it was like, I don't just stop it. Like,
Yeah, Sunday night's going to be all about Aaron Rodgers and Swift. And neither of them are going to be in the game.
They're gonna be in the booth together.
He loves Taylor
I
Swift.
know.
That's
like,
awesome.
does the NFL need Taylor Swift to for their popularity? Like, the
probably
NFL's
helps.
doing all right. All the Swifties are now watching
Yeah, they're going to
football.
start watching the Chiefs now.
This is how popular.
Maybe they should just have her boyfriend's probably going to be in the Super Bowl. Just have her play the Super Bowl and forget about
And she
Usher.
turned it down, which is crazy.
Forget about Usher.
They got Usher going.
She turned it down.
She turned it down.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
She wants to watch.
This is how popular Taylor Swift is. She wore a pair of shoes to that game. Was photographed in those shoes. Those shoes went up like 470% sales. They're like sold out everywhere. You can sell them on eBay for like their fucking Jordan, whatever, like the collectible Jordans
or some shit.
And they there was some other crazy stat that Noah was telling us yesterday. But she's just gonna overshadow everything, dude.
This
They're
was
just gonna
news
keep
to me
talking.
too the last few days. I didn't know she's like
I don't know why.
Michael Jackson's
Oh,
fucking
for sure.
type popularity.
She's
I never knew
huge.
that.
It's just all that everyone's talking about. You're just like all these things, like all these girls everywhere. Like Taylor
Kelsey's ex
Swift's
was
finally
bad, though. I'll tell you that much.
way better looking.
But Taylor Swift's got that bread though. And
She's got
Kelsey,
$1 billion.
from like the rumors, Kelsey's like real cheap. And only spent like $100 on his girl for like 4 years, so he had to go get Swift.
Yeah, now
She about to spend money on him.
For real.
She's about to be buying him dinner.
His
and
girl
shit.
was fine. But all right.
If he made, like, he probably saw Mahomes.
What do you think he
make all
like
that money.
inboxed her though and was like, "Yo"?
He did.
Did he?
He said he on his podcast. He said I went and saw her show at Arrowhead, so I DM'd her and I was like, "Hey, I saw you rock out at Arrowhead. You gotta come see me rock out at Arrowhead or something."
That's some player shit.
And it's
you know what's crazy is if we DM Taylor Swift, she wouldn't even.
well,
like,
she's got
view
like
it.
10 billion DMs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She
There's a
wouldn't view it.
verified section,
But
I
like
think.
when Kelsey inboxes her, like she sees it. That's wild. They're just like different people.
So someone else took a picture. He said ever since Kelsey's been, they showed like Kelsey when he was dating his ex.
Funny.
He was dating a black girl, and he's like got like all this Coogee on and shit. He's got the beard.
He had like a
and
dope ass outfit on and shit.
And
He's got the mustache.
Yeah,
Now
and he
he's
said that now
like
he's
a state trooper now.
he said he started dating Taylor Swift, turned into a state trooper in one day.
Kelsey's that dude. We got to get him and Jason on our show.
Oh, I would kill.
They're the only podcast that can compete with us.
Dude, Kelsey's the man.
He
Literally he walks out with Taylor Swift, who I don't even think is that attractive, but she's worth $1 billion. And he literally they get photographed. He's got like a cane, like a fluorescent purple like Malibu or some crazy old car, and they're getting caught like driving down the highway.
That is lit.
That dude's
Mahomes was saying he was nervous to get Kelsey a touchdown because she was there. Like she really is like overshadowing the game. He like literally said I felt nervous for him. He's like, I was so happy to get him a touchdown or whatever.
And then they went back there. They did this commercial a couple years ago, and it was like basically like talking about how mad dudes are like small and like can't lift up their girlfriends. It's like for something you can hire NFL players, and it was Kelsey and someone else. And they were like, this commercial makes mad sense now. And they showed Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend. He's like 48 and like brittle and stuff.
That's funny.
He was 48.
No, but he's like he just.
Probably couldn't lift her up.
He looked. I forgot what his name is. He's like a music exec. He looked like a weirdo.
Yeah, Don was telling me about him yesterday. I forgot what his
But
name
Kelsey was in that commercial, and it's just like
Kelsey really is that dude, though. I like the way Mahomes was describing him too. He says like Kelsey will just randomly bring something up, calmly say it, and then like do it. Like he was saying that one day, like he just randomly was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the World Series game this week or whatever. And Mahomes was like, what the hell? And then Kelsey just went by himself. Like he just says something and just does it. Like it's weird how he brings it up, I guess. And then he was saying Taylor Swift was coming to the game or whatever, so
he probably thought he was lying.
Yeah, he's like he says what he says. Like I never know like when to believe him, like if he's joking or being serious or whatever. I don't know. I like those dudes though
because it was like as far as everyone knew, he slid in and she never said anything back until she showed up at the game, which is why I think it was like bigger than it even would have been because he basically he said that he sent that message and then no one said anything. So everyone thought he was like left on red or something, and then she just pops up with his mom. So they've been talking for a while.
He must have hit already because the way she was amped about his touchdown, you ain't just amped about someone's touchdown like that for no reason.
You're not on Facebook, bro.
She already was emotional. She said, "Let's fucking go." She was so happy that he scored. He must already.
Yeah, she did not meet his mom before they went on like mad dates and shit. I gotta show fucking Jerry Lee posted this status. It was mad funny. He said, "Where's it at?" This dude's one of the people that shares way too much shit on Facebook. I'm not even be able to find it. He said basically what you said, but like he made like here it is. If you have a kid listening to this shit, which you probably shouldn't, just stop. He said Travis Kelce was blowing Taylor Swift's back out before the rumors. The only time a girl's in the stands rooting like that is if you're paying her bills and or changed her life. And then he put in like parentheses, he ain't changed her life yet because Taylor could buy Travis out of his contract and let him retire.
That's a fact, though. That's 100% how I feel.
He said, or back blown out like a semi-tire on a cross-country track.
Kelsey was crushing that shit.
He said before y'all say she's been a fan of the Chiefs, where was she the last 3 years of Chiefs games cheering like that?
Yeah, she was
not getting her back blown out by an NFL talent. I'll tell you that.
She was way too amped up to see Kelsey score versus the Bears.
That shit was funny as hell.
The game was already out of reach by then too. So like she was.
They were holding hands.
Like, yo,
shit?
I need a tutty.
Yeah, he wanted to score real bad. I guess Mahomes was nervous. One of them said they were nervous. I think Mahomes was nervous for him or something.
Well, I hope she comes to a Bills game and then he forces it to Kelsey in like triple coverage because he wants Kelsey to get a catch. And
when do they play you guys?
We play them and the Eagles back to back, I think.
Later in the year, though, right?
Yeah.
She'll already have seen him score about 7-8 touchdowns by then. She won't mind if he has a bad game.
When do we play them? Yeah, Philly by then Kansas City.
Oh, you got to buy in between it though. Well, that's good then.
They're both on the road.
Having that back-to-back would have been nuts.
That would've
like without the bye.
Yeah, especially on the road in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the Steelers? They beat the Raiders. Defense looks immaculate.
Yeah, I mean,
offense the thing with the Steelers is just their offense looks so bad 75% of the time, and then like Pickens will run off a big play.
It's the same thing with Love though. Pickett's making
play.
some great plays and he's making some bad plays, but I think it's good to just see them out there. They're both 2-1.
There's a difference.
They have good defenses. They have good coaches. What's the difference?
Who's your offensive coordinator?
I forgot.
Not
who it is.
Canada.
But I know LaFleur.
And Pittsburgh
they run LaFleur's offense.
LaFleur would cram it up Canada.
That's the only thing you call it Max Canada.
LaFleur would cram it up Canada's cram hole, dude.
Adam Stenovich.
Yeah, I mean, he's way better than.
But I also think LaFleur has a lot to do with the offense more than, Is
Tomlin's defense?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is Tomlin can't fix Canada's problems the way LaFleur can fix it.
I think defensive coaches are getting outdated, man.
Yeah, Tomlin's not though.
Not for you.
But
he won't win.
Like I said, I mean, they don't look. They're not. The Green Bay and Pittsburgh are just very similar right now, like in what they're doing.
Even though I know I brought up the completion percentage, though, when I watched Jordan Love play, though, I have way more confidence that he's going to complete a pass.
That's why it's weird that Love's completion percentage is so low because he does make some great plays. I feel like he takes his time.
It's probably he's still getting used to the offense, like you said. His number one isn't there, but like the Steelers are healthy.
But basically, he's number 1 and 2 because Aaron Jones really is he's the staple of our offense. You saw week 1 what he was doing.
It's not really it's not really Pickett that I'm nervous about or worried about, even though I'm not like sold on him either. It is that like Canada's that bad, man. Like you watch his game.
That dude sucks.
He sucks. Like he's a couple Pickens big plays away from being 0-3. Honestly,
he's worse than Pixel.
Yeah, in the last 2 games that I watched, they had a 3rd and 1 versus the Browns, and they instead of just QB sneaking it, I think they said Pickett was like 4 for 4 in his career. He does a shotgun play where Pickett has an option play. Pickett keeps himself, loses like 5 yards.
Yeah.
Just a horrible play call. And then Sunday they did the fullback dive, which I will always tell you guys is the worst play in the history of that.
What is it?
The fullback dive.
Oh yeah.
You're giving the ball to a less talented guy with no lead blocker versus handing it to a talented guy with your lead blocker, or just the quarterback falling forward. There's no reason you should ever give the ball to the fullback if it's not Allstein or like Jajizik or somebody that's actually really good.
We'll set our fullback on a wheel route.
Yeah, do something creative. The fullback dive is just horrible. Can you imagine giving the ball to Gilliam and when Allen could have snuck it or Allen could have kept it or handed it to Cook with Gilliam blocking? I'm
pretty sure we've done that once and never did it again.
Yeah, we probably lost 3 yards and we're like, wow, that was really dumb.
Let's never do that again.
Let's just do everything that's not. I'd rather 3rd and 1 line up and 5 wide receiver set, say hike and just throw the ball 80 yards down the field and hopefully catches it. The fullback dive is horrible, but those are the type of plays that Canada does. It just kills momentum. 3rd and 1 is a good position to be in. Like you gain 9 yards in 2 plays, that's good.
I like
get a yard.
Or go take a shot and then go for it on 4th. I like going for it on 4th.
Yeah, I like when you're in 2nd and 1 taking a shot and then you got 3rd and 1 to run it is always my favorite thing. But yeah, we'll see.
They just look like shit, man. I mean, Harris looks like shit. Warren looks good. Pickens looks good. Austin looked good yesterday, which Damon's been.
Allen Robinson's catching some passes too. Like it's only a couple passes per game.
Yeah,
but it's a nice little 3 for 20 that they have. Like it's an option to have on top of whatever all your stars do. Like I like the way they're using him. Freiermuth had a good game.
He only had a touchdown, right? He only had like 2 small catches and then a touchdown.
But what do you want from your tight end? I don't know. He's not Kelsey.
He isn't Kelsey, but when he came out of the draft, he was a really good receiving tight end. He was the best tight end in that draft. He was the first tight end off the board. Canada doesn't scheme for him.
Maybe they should. You're right. I mean, maybe they should be giving him more targets.
But that's the problem. It's like
let me see,
even the big Pickens plays are such simple routes. Like they don't use motion. They don't do anything to get these guys in space. They don't do anything to set these guys up for success at all. It's just like, oh, Pickens luckily got open on a slant, catches it, and no one can tackle him. Or like, what was the big play? Was it a slant? The big play against the Browns?
Yeah.
It's just like they do nothing creative.
Yeah, 3 for 41 on 4 targets.
Oh.
For Freiermuth. It was 6 targets for Pickens, 6 for Austin, 4 for Freiermuth, 4 for Robinson, 4 for Warren. So, I mean, it's not like he's getting out-targeted by, like, a backup tight end.
The problem is no one's getting targeted. Yeah. Like, I don't know. At this point, let Pickett throw the ball because Harris can't run worth a shit. No, like, their run blocking is worse than their pass blocking. I don't know. That's the reason I look at, like, I think the Browns have a better blueprint to sustain success throughout the year.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Beat him.
I definitely I understand what you're saying for sure. We got to see. Right now, Pittsburgh's in first place by themselves. So it's got to feel good.
All right, any other week 3 matchups I guess we have to talk about Houston and Jacksonville before we move on.
Jacksonville's just struggling. I thought losing to Kansas City wasn't a big deal. Especially because now their road win against Indy actually looks good. Indy pounded Houston and beat Baltimore. And I don't know what happened against Houston. A fullback took a kick return for a touchdown. I don't know if you guys seen that. Andrew Beck. Jacksonville kicks it. It's like short. I think it's like a little short kick to the 10. The fullback drops it, picks it up.
Why was he back there?
He was like the up man. And Jacksonville did a weird, it actually worked out. Like he fumbled it and everything. Like they should have went down there and just tackled him. And he just literally picked it up, started dipping. He was pretty fast, broke a couple tackles. I mean, it was so bad. I couldn't believe that
he
it was
happening. Pretty fast.
We all live bet Jacksonville at Tully's, and everybody was sad, but me. I you know me. Yeah. I literally was cracking up. I thought that shit was hilarious. I'm like, yo, we just lost our money to a fullback. That shit's hilarious to me. Like everybody's all sad, like, wow, that's horrible. I'm like, no, that shit's awesome. That's how you should lose your money. Andrew Beck taking a kick back is fucking epic. But yeah, they looked horrible.
Trevor Lawrence. I know, right? I was going to say Taylor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence looked like an MVP first half of the first game. He looked like he was about to come out there. Him and Ridley.
We were talking shit.
MVP, 2 All-Pros.
Ridley's back. He's the best. And then
Ridley's done nothing.
He dropped a touchdown. He dropped a third down.
Lawrence's look like shit. They lost. I mean, who cares if you lose to the Chiefs? But when you only score 9 points, their defense is good. They're not that good.
You held Mahomes and lost, but then you couldn't hold Stroud. That was the crazy part. He threw for almost 300. And Tank Dell's been crushing.
That's my son.
Yeah, I thought Nico
Pierce
Collins
doesn't do shit, but he got a touchdown for the first time this year.
He's out targeting.
Devin Singletary is
Nico
just out
Collins
here.
Too.
Who is
Tank Dell?
Yeah, them dudes. That's the best receiver duo in the league. Nico and Tank. Them boys are crushing.
Devin Singletary more yards per carry than they didn't use him the first 2 games. He just out rushes.
Singletary's not bad. I just feel like he doesn't get used.
4 less carries. I know. He didn't get used here in Buffalo.
There's something that he does wrong that we don't know.
He just consistently runs for 4.5 yards a carry. They don't like it. I don't know. They're just like, nah, Pierce, keep getting 2 yards, bro. No, but Stroud. I think we need to talk about Stroud as much as we need to talk about Lawrence sucking, because all the other. I mean, Richardson got hurt. Good. But Stroud just keeps coming out there.
Richardson
was
looking like the best quarterback out there.
Yeah.
Stroud looks polished already, though. Yeah, like Richardson's fun and
Stroud looks
stuff,
like an NFL quarterback.
Like he's going to be rookie of the year so far, I think, by a long shot.
He's dotting people. Tank Dell, I was wrong about. We'll see 8 weeks.
This is my favorite part of the show.
We'll see 8 weeks.
Yeah, we got 8 weeks from now. But it's impressive that he already
when
can
he
do
gets
this.
hit. I never thought he was a bad receiver, so I won't say I was wrong. But I feel like he's gonna die.
The thing that impressed me.
My bad. I'm pretty sure that even in college, though, he had like 1,300.
Oh, he was a beast. Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. He actually? I can't remember how many touchdowns it was, but he led all of college football in red zone touchdowns. Which it's college, but the fact that he already is that good in short field situations, being that small, to me is impressive. He's not just like this home run hitter.
Yeah.
He actually he's so good at running routes that he gets open immediately on like a 3-yard touchdown.
And one thing I didn't think is like maybe the game has gotten less and less physical over the years. Like it was always like you needed to be 250 pounds to be a linebacker and stuff. And they're like, oh, well, like London Fletcher, Derek Brooks, when they got in, they're like way too small. And they ended up being 2 of the best of all time. Like now that it's getting less and less physical, it's like maybe you don't need to be over 170 pounds. Like they're not even allowed. Like the guy, it's like sure the linebacker that tackles you is 50 pounds bigger than you, but if you just went back 20 years, you would be 200 pounds and linebacker would be 250. So it's the same exact fucking thing.
Yeah, look at Aaron Donald was undersized for a defensive tackle.
Yeah, but he's a freak.
Right. I'm just saying, like it is possible.
But like Ed Oliver's starting to have some success, and he's not the freak that
he smacked your shit a little bit.
That Aaron Donald is.
He beat Milano and shit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick's out here. Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Like even Matt Milano. Like these guys are 225 pounds, and they back in the day, that's unheard of. So I guess you can be 175 pounds.
Yeah.
Now. Like I thought Smith was like a exception because he's that good because he does everything else so good. But I guess so does Tank.
I'm sure there's gonna be a moment
like,
where Tank Dell gets cracked over the middle and kind of like Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks had multiple big concussions because of just getting cracked across the middle.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks great. I'm hoping that Nico Collins would just have like a quiet game because I have him a bunch of places. But yeah, C.J. Stroud, his timing, just intelligence. Just he looks like he'll at least be like a legit franchise quarterback for some years.
Yeah, definitely. I'd rather have Stroud right now than having Fields, who looks that the Bears look like a dumpster fire.
I just don't get that, man. I like last year.
Take those 5'10", 165.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's my son.
Last year, they had we were clowning on them for being like the Navy offense because they just ran the ball, but they would never give the ball to Fields.
Who?
The Bears.
Are we talking about the Bears now?
Yeah.
Fields sucks.
Fields does suck, but the thing is,
he sucks.
He does suck, but he has things that you can use to your benefit.
Nah.
He's got to play. He's got to play for you. So you can call plays that take advantage of the fact that this man can run for 1,500 yards, or you can keep saying, stand in the fucking pocket.
Let me tell you how smart the Bears are.
They're stupid.
No, let me tell you how smart they are. They're tanking for Caleb, so they keep playing Fields because they know they're going to lose.
As bad as Fields is, he's better than whoever's behind him, man. Like,
I'll tell you what, though. They played Denver this week. Oh, my God. He has to do something. Because he played Green Bay, KC, and
Denver
Tampa
plays
so
Chicago,
far, which is 3 defenses that don't look horrible this year.
Yeah.
So, you're going up against Denver, who gave up 37 to Howell, gave up 70 to Miami, gave up 17 to Garoppolo, which is a lot for him. But, no, seriously, the last 2 weeks, their defense has given up 100 and something points. Fields has to do something.
But they're just not even letting him run. The thing everyone was saying last year is you got this guy. He runs almost as fast as Lamar. He's 225 pounds.
He was on pace to break the record, right?
Yeah, and they're unleash him. 5 weeks in, they finally unleash him. And sure, they weren't a good team the rest of the year, but they looked way better
were
offensively.
up points. They were close to winning games.
Yeah, so why do you see that happen? And then not even with DJ Moore and all these guys, why not use that to open up things?
The 60-yard bomb to DJ Moore or whatever. He dropped a wide open one, though.
Why are you not running the ball with the Fields? Why are you not calling option plays and shit?
Yeah.
Why are you not
come
using
out and
him?
said called the coaching out because he looks bad, and in his eyes, he's like, this isn't on me.
It's he's definitely missing throws.
But
I'm
just saying, in his mind, he's saying this isn't how I play football.
Yeah.
You're not using me correctly, so.
You draft me with your first-round pick, and you have done everything but build an offense that, Dable tailored the offense to Josh Allen, and that's the exact kind of offense they should be running. The exact kind of offense they should be running.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know.
It's you just watch him stand in the pocket, and you're like, why? What is the point of this? You're if I'm a defender and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go up against Justin Fields who can run like this, and then he just stood in the pocket 10 straight plays, I'd be like,
yeah,
you're doing half my job for me.
You're throwing the ball to Mooney and Claypool and shit. We got to take out DJ Moore out of the game, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I don't put it all on Fields, but I am definitely surprised how bad he's playing.
He'd be looking confused.
The Bears are the new Browns, man. I know they've been bad for years, but the Browns were always bad because of their own decisions. The Bears just kind of sucked.
Well, it's like them taking Darnell Wright over Jalen Carter. Like Billy says, that was a hole that needed to be filled, and they went and got their guy. And I know he wants to say that, and that's what a fan would say, but it's no.
I don't know.
Jalen Carter was talked about being the number 1 overall pick. When you had the number 1 overall pick, you discussed taking Jalen Carter. Darnell Wright was never going to be the pick.
And Darnell Wright, a lot of people said was a reach. He probably should have been the 20th pick.
Right. So now instead you make this great trade. You go back to 9 or whatever pick it was, and Jalen Carter's somehow still there for you. The guy you were going to take at 1. But because he had this issue in the offseason with the car crash, which never was going to be a problem. He just tested bad at the combine because of it. He probably was going through a lot emotionally, probably was out of shape, whatever. You decide, okay, we're not going to take this guy at 9 now. We're going to outthink ourselves. We would have took him number 1 overall, but now we'll reach on Darnell Wright. That's not what you don't do that.
And then all they did was they traded. The trade was terrible.
Yeah, they didn't even get anything.
They didn't even get shit.
And then not for nothing, I always talk about this in fantasy, and me and Damon always disagree about it, but you don't stack your competition. You got to beat that team one day.
Yeah.
The Eagles are not going anywhere. Now you just gave them Jalen Carter. So what now is Darnell Wright going to block Jalen Carter in a future NFC championship game? No, that's probably going to be the reason you lose that game. You don't do that. You charge the Eagles more. If it was an AFC team, then sure, you could be whatever, we'll take this. You don't just give the best team in the NFC a piece for free.
Right.
I just don't like it.
Yeah, it was like the one later in the draft. It was like someone gave up more to move up in the third round than the Eagles did to move up for Jalen Carter.
I wonder if Jalen Carter was like, I won't play for you guys.
No. He don't give a fuck.
At that point, he had already lost millions. He needed to get that top 10 pick or whatever.
Yeah, he lost a lot of money. I mean,
but instead he got to go to Philly to play with all his former teammates. It's literally Green Bay and Philly. I don't know if you guys noticed, they have all of the Georgia guys.
Yeah.
It's Nakobe Dean, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Jordan Davis. And then we have Wyatt, Eric Stokes, and
C.J. Stroud played against them dudes.
Quay Walker. What's up?
C.J. Stroud played against them dudes, right?
They carved
their shit.
That's what I'm saying. Earlier you were like, he's never played a defense like whatever. He played Georgia's defense.
Who, Stroud?
Yeah.
Yeah, but T.J. Watt and Highsmith and those guys
I know. I'm just clowning.
He's about to roast them dudes.
Yeah, if he does, then, like I said, we'll come back here and say that the Steelers are still like in the rebuild phase or whatever.
No, I'm kidding. I don't want Demond to get mad at me. I feel like I'm always talking bad about the Steelers.
Like,
they have been impressive though.
I enjoy talking shit about the Bears, of course, but like it's kind of just pathetic. Like I always clown Green Bay for not taking receivers and shit, but at least they hit on guys later in drafts, and that's why they do it, because they're spoiled.
They take a lot of second round guys.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They've hit on Jordy, Adams, James Jones, now Christian Watson, Dobbs, fucking Wicks is out here making plays. Jaden Reed.
You skipping over my son.
I for some reason I do keep forgetting about Jaden Reed. He's had a great start to his last 2 games been great.
You guys jumped up to get him too.
Yeah, but the Bears just, I don't know.
Before we move on, quickly, fucking Cowboys, man. Cowboys are always gonna cowboy. Even when they look like the best team in the fucking NFL, they're gonna cowboy. Like
it's gotta be Dak, man.
Dude, Dak is definitely.
Dude, their defense looks horrible. And so far, I'm wrong about Connor. You guys were right. That dude is just. First of all, Arizona's just better than I thought they would be. So
Dobbs is
just
good.
They're actually just good, I guess. But Connor's just out here, man.
Dobbs is just good. Vision. I don't understand.
Yeah, Dobbs is the best quarterback in the league. Arizona's going to the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. They just beat Dallas's ass.
It's weird, though. I thought they were tanking, and I think they were really trying to win all these games.
Yeah, people don't want to hear it, but to me, this is a game when I say I believe that there's a good chance sports is fixed. You watch Dallas and Arizona play. Yeah. You're talking about a defense that looked unreal. Not be able to do a damn thing. Guys are wide open. There's holes for the running back. Yep. Dobbs is making plays, and on the other end, Dak's running for his life. Lamb can't get open. All the flags are on Dallas. There's a holding in the end zone. It's not a safety. I don't know what's going on.
The test is this week. San Fran versus Arizona.
San Fran's going to, in my opinion.
If Arizona wins this game, sports are fixed.
I think if Arizona wins, then you're like, okay, they're good. But I think when we see them lose 42-0 or something in that, like I think San Fran's going to cover the spread, then you're just like, how? And then Dallas beats San Fran the following week on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, is that
you know
who
what
they
I'm
play?
Saying, bro? That's the script, though. It's like Arizona beats Dallas, San Fran kills Arizona, and then Sunday Night Football, you put all your money on San Fran, and Purdy's going to
Did you watch the Baltimore game?
Versus the Colts?
Did that lack of pass interference call?
Yeah,
I mean,
terrible.
everybody in the world would call pass interference on. How is that not? I mean, like that changed.
That was the one in the corner. Or is that the Cowboys
right across
game?
the middle of the
yeah.
field?
Oh, I'm talking about the Cowboys.
That puts them in the. That gives them a first down.
Field
basically in
Tucker,
field goal range, so they run it 3 times and kick it. They win that game.
Instead, no call. Indy takes over and kicks the field goal.
And that's when it's like, you know.
I did see it.
And this is when you watch the games and you're like, it's a script.
Yeah.
And then the NFL's got that stupid commercial where the people are sitting around, oh, what's the script this week? Yeah. Like, don't mock us when you guys have shit like that happen every week.
With the script, to me, it's tough. I want to say sports are rigged, man, but
I don't want to say because I'm betting on it. I'm the idiot
that
still puts my money on the
line. I want to say so much stuff leads to sports being fixed, but how has it came out?
Well,
there's no way that a dude that got dropped to waivers that never made the thing was like, you know
Benny
what?
Cunningham did say something. And I don't think he might be dead now. But here's my thing. What I've really come to realize over the years, it's not a script like WWE. They don't say, okay, at this moment, drop this ball. But I do believe something with the refs might happen. Because you watch the Donahue thing on Netflix.
Yeah, and no one ever said anything.
Yeah, they were literally making calls where the bets were.
Yeah.
But I also think that there's certain times you talk about all the time. There's times where like Michigan will need 3 points to cover. They'll drive the ball down the field, and then they'll end up at the 10-yard line, and they'll kneel it. But then other weeks, the same team that kneeled it will go down the field and let their 4th-string walk-on get a touchdown. It's like, why didn't you do that last week then? Why'd you do it this week? Because where the money was that week.
Well, things like so the Baltimore game was just you can just chalk it up missed call.
But did he miss the call on purpose?
Yeah, but the thing is with the Cardinals game is they didn't miss the call. They made the call twice and then
picked up the flag,
reviewed it and didn't do they didn't even pick up the flag for the holding call.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a rule.
They also declined the penalty because it was only going to be like a 2-yard gain because half the distance or whatever. But even the announcer said, well, if it's in the end zone, isn't that a safety?
Yeah. So I don't. Is that a real rule though?
That was a clear pass interference in the end zone. They're like, there's no foul on the play for interference.
He tackled him. He didn't turn his head around. Rule number 1. Then he obviously makes contact with the dude and pushes the dude, and the ball hit the guy in the chest where his arms would have been.
Yeah.
It was, and they called it. It's one thing to miss the call, but to fucking make the right call, look over the play in slow motion.
You don't even get to review it. They came together as the refs.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, Dallas is getting a little bit too close here. Pick up the flag. You know what I mean? Like
you looked at that in slow motion, and you said that wasn't the right call that you made.
They didn't look at it.
But that's the thing is they're not looking at it though. They're literally there's no reviewing that.
I thought you could review.
No,
not anymore.
They get to convene.
It's like you make the call, you throw a flag, and me and Joe come up to you and say, no, bro, like that, you made the wrong call. It was a clean play. And then we come out and say after,
But there was no get-together on that call in Baltimore.
Oh, no, yeah, they all just agreed that
it was like it wasn't even a discussion. And then you're like, well, how is that?
Yeah.
And that's how I always feel about it. I've been watching this for so many years. And it's because it's in that ref's best interest to, never report that he did this shit. Because then he won't ever get – I mean, it's not like – they have other jobs. So this is like this exclusive club for these guys. And the more that they get, the more they stay in line, they're going to get better games.
Yeah, no, for sure. We could all be wrong, and somehow Vegas is just that good, but you're telling me Vegas
can't be that good week in and week
they win
out.
Millions and billions of dollars every single year, year after year. It's like –
and it's across lots of sports because I'm watching a soccer game on Saturday, and they're watching this. They're doing a replay on this, and it's just like there's certain years in Premier League – where they're in there goes my chair. They're in on certain the fix on the chair is in. They're in that certain teams are going to get screwed certain years.
Yeah, no, I completely.
And I feel like that's like the common theme in these professional sports.
They said soccer is one of the most rigged sports
because it's so popular. Yeah, it's probably the most bet
so much money.
Certain countries like Italy's been traditionally bad. Germany's been traditionally bad. France used to be bad. Premier League English Premier League probably not so much because it's so high profile. But some of the other smaller league countries, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. And I love sports. I'll always watch them, and it is what it is.
And they know that.
Yeah, they know that. You know how you know they know that is because nowadays they talk about it. I was watching a college game the other day, and somebody got a touchdown at the end for no reason. They said, and for some people, that got the over-under. He says it right as he's announcing the game, not on SportsCenter, on the live broadcast. They show FanDuel, they show DraftKings. They got Kevin Hart and all these guys in the commercials. Like, they're not even hiding it anymore. They're letting it be known. Come bet. Come lose your money. Put $5 on and we'll give you $200 free bets because that shit's gone. Because we're going to script
We'll
it
take that
lose.
$5 in.
It's unbelievable. Arizona State's competing with USC somehow, and we know that's not.
They can hardly beat Utah State.
It's just it's nuts.
What was the ending score in that game?
42-28.
Yeah, but it was like a touchdown most of the game. Not most of the game, but like most of the fourth quarter. They scored at the end, and but it was like the spread was like 35.
Yeah.
And we lost by
it's just crazy.
I made the point before. I'll make it again. It feels like we're like living in idiocracy when, I mean, outside of sports, Trump is our president, not anymore, but was, and then you look, and now Biden's our president, and he's like Skeletor.
Yeah, it's
and then you look at sports, and it's like gambling was illegal 3 years ago, and now it's so legal.
On ESPN, Daily Wager.
So legal. I don't care about that. I care about the fact that the NFL and the NBA are sponsored by gambling companies.
There's
it's idiocracy.
There's a lounge in the building.
Yeah,
it's idiocracy.
It's
They're
crazy.
Out boost and for guys like Justin Herbert to throw a touchdown. I remember we had a whole TikTok.
That went crazy too.
It's just unbelievable what happens now. I can't.
And look at Vegas. I mean, look at how much money now is going into these professional teams in Vegas because there's so much disposable income. I'm going to Vegas in January, and I looked at who's Golden Knights playing while I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're not playing anybody. They're out of town the week that I'm ironically,
Oh,
but I'm looking at I'm there. I might as well go see a couple teams I wouldn't see normally.
I mean, just so many things happened last night. The Bucks get a touchdown. We need Chris Godwin's yards. Dom needs Baker's yards. Other people might need Mike Evans, whatever it is. And the Eagles keep the ball for 9 minutes and kneel the ball. That's unheard of. You just don't keep the ball for 9 minutes. 3 yards, 4. It just doesn't happen. But because I'm sure that had to probably be the script. We can't give the Bucks the ball back. It's just crazy, man. You see it the Bengals are losing and Jamar Chase is not getting targeted. You know what I mean? Diggs and Allen are arguing, why is Allen not forcing the ball to Diggs when you guys were struggling on offense? That shit, it doesn't make sense. It's because it's the way it's supposed to be. They're probably arguing on the sidelines laughing about it. We had to put on a show.
Look at the Aaron Rodgers shit, though. They had
They ended up paying that out, though.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
what was it?
The Aaron Rodgers 0.5.
Over a 0.5
Yeah, I do
yard.
believe it was actually a freak, injury and accident.
Could you imagine, though?
Yeah, it's just
threw 3 passes, or he had 3 plays and didn't throw 1 pass.
The only reason I know they paid that out is because that was part of a 4-leg parlay I did, and I lost it because Josh Allen couldn't throw 2 touchdowns.
Oh, damn.
But they gave me Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll never be able to prove it, and a lot of people will think we're wrong or we're dumb. How can you even watch sports if you think it's rigged? Well, I still love it. I still enjoy it. Sometimes I actually enjoy watching how rigged it is. I'll text Joe or Jeremy. We'll talk about bets. We'll laugh. Did you see how we lost? This team kicked a field goal down 57-0. I had a team minus 55, but they just wanted to get on the scoreboard and they kicked. You know what I mean? Just the dumbest shit's happening, and it's funny.
I don't I don't know if I think it's rigged, but I will not say that it's not.
Dude, because there's so many bets too. I think about Justin Jefferson needs 25 yards each half is the bet you can make, or 40 yards each half. He'll get 120 in the first half, and then
19.
Actually, the one this week was he was going to be the first player to have 150, I think, in 3 straight games.
Who?
Justin Jefferson, and he had 149 with the game on the line. Cousins didn't throw him the ball for the final 4 minutes of the game. He just finishes with 149 because people bet the shit out of him to get the 150. It was great odds. They're just we're not going to throw the ball to the best player who's got 149 yards.
That's
it's
crazy.
just shit like that just makes me question it. Why do you throw him the ball every other game, every other play? But now that he needs this yard, this milestone, with the game on the line, you're not throwing him the ball?
I don't know. But let's kind of go another direction.
Yes, sir.
We'll do fantasy. We'll start with the TrapNerd Sports Fantasy League, where your boy for the 3rd straight week is in the top 3, but still caught an L because Harry, did the 2nd best week of all time.
The first one was on Joe week 1.
Yeah,
Can't win.
yeah. It's who'd you have? Keenan Allen, Mostert, and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, those were my big guy. And
this dude had Aaron Jones and Brandon Ayuk out. Your team's.
Brian Branch is projected 0 every week, and so far his games are 25, 4, and 21. He played 100% of the snaps this week. That kid's nice. I'm not looking forward to facing him Thursday.
He's mad good. So is Jack Campbell. Your team's crazy though.
Thank you.
How did this happen?
I don't know. I just sat there down here.
I mean, I guess the Mostert and the Kyron Williams thing was no one could see coming.
Well, I put all my money on Williams and Kelly, and people laughed at me. And granted, Kelly actually has been ass. But I just got 2 starting running backs. Why wouldn't I put all my money up? There's not starting running backs sitting.
I didn't laugh at you because I thought you were stupid. It just looked mad.
It did look funny. When I did it, I thought I would only get 1. I thought I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because you don't just find running backs. Just go in the waiver wire this week. You're just not getting a starting running back.
I know. I put $85 on Jerome Ford and
I got
put
Kyron
100.
Williams, who after week 1 immediately realized I didn't know Akers would get traded, but I thought Williams would be the starter. And then Eckler got hurt. I figured he would miss some time. So,
pisses me off because I put 80% of my money on Jerome Ford.
I wonder who's going to get that dude from the Bills this week. I'm not going to bid on him, but
For the Bills.
I don't know, he had that crazy-ass game for you guys. He's actually had good games every week. Brennan or something?
Benford?
Nah.
Are you talking about defense?
Yeah.
Benford.
Nah.
No.
He did something that nobody's done since earlier. Bernard, exactly.
Bernard.
Yeah.
Bernard.
He's actually had good games every week and then had a really good game this week. I'm not bidding on anybody this week. You guys can take care.
I have so much money in.
Josh Palmer's out there, but I have Keenan Allen, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys do something and just catch up a little bit because this is, It's bad. I got Donnie this week. I told him when he beat Jake, we were coming for him. DeMond started him off, and I'm going to finish him.
It's crazy because we're scoring way more points and everything, but we're still 3-3. It's still even right now.
In our defense, we put our weaker guys out, X and Joe. we set the pawns out.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Then you got the king. We got the queen over here, dude. And DeMond was the rook.
You're such a bitch, dude. You're such a bitch. I hate
X and
you.
Joe took one for the team, had to get their confidence up. And Jake's like the mediocre. Jake's like the bishop or the knight. Like, he's a good piece. You know what I mean? But he's not elite.
Yeah, he's the.
But he's a very good piece to our team.
He's he's the wild card.
Yeah.
You never know what's gonna happen. He's gonna drop 300 on you, or he's gonna fucking.
Yeah. So we're hoping Joe. We're hoping Joe's the pawn that makes it to the other side of the board and can pick a better piece. But yeah, X, man, I love you, bro. But
dude, my offense is fire. I can't score on defense. I keep swapping guys out.
All right, well, quickly, we'll go over it. Harry, like we just said, number 1, me 2, Seth 3. Seth, after being pretty bad last year, has been pretty decent.
He's on their side, right?
Yeah.
In my defense, though, I'd be like right under third. Tank has 699 points. I have 696.
Oh wow!
And he's in third in their division. I'm in last.
I'm just mad you lost. You losing to me and Duke. That shit is understandable. This past week, that one hurt.
I scored all right though.
Did you?
218. And the guy.
I beat you by 100.
The guy who played him had A-Chain on the bench.
Yeah, luckily.
Brent had A-Chain on the bench.
Which is understandable.
And had Thielen on the bench.
McPherson got 20.
Yeah, McPherson won me a league.
And had Donald on the bench. What is this dude doing? Hey, brother Brent, pay attention to your team. Why is Aaron Donald on the bench?
He probably hasn't been doing shit, though. See what he's been doing.
And he had Levante David on the bench. He had 4 of the bench players of the week.
But you got to see
Aaron
what
Donald's
they've been.
Only got 7 and 0.
Yeah, you got to see what they've been doing. He might have made really made what he thought was a good start.
Yeah, I guess David. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I've never mentioned Donald because where I drafted him, I'm just stubborn. But
this is another crazy thing on how you beat me by so much. I had a better QB than you. Cousins went off, but Herbert had more.
Yeah.
Mostert's where you really killed me because
Mostert and Allen were huge.
Devontae Adams matched Keenan Allen almost.
Yeah, you had Adams. My defense was better this week.
I had the best kicker.
Like Milano lost at Oliver. That probably won't happen again for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Warner.
Roquan smacked Warner, which usually is a fair game. Like it was just annoying for you.
All right. Brother Ben was the least efficient manager.
They just won. I want to play him again.
Had the lowest points in a win too.
I thought you scored well.
218.
You lost to the lowest points in a win.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Everyone else.
You don't got Tank Dell in that league?
All right, quickly. Harry over me, Brent over Joe, Seth over Dylan, Jamon with a win for TrapNerd,
that was big,
which ties it up. Brent got a win, Damon got a win, so that's 1-1 for the week. Quaker beat X, and Poop beat Tank.
There's 3 matchups this week, right?
Yeah, so coming into the week, I will play Seth, who had third. I was second highest, he was third highest. I'm going to smack him around, though.
Yeah, let's get it.
Joe is X, so that doesn't count. Damon versus Tank, which is right now is a very close matchup. Dylan and Quaker. Oh, wait, there must be 4. Yeah, there's 4. Dylan versus Quaker. And then Harry versus Donnie.
Oh, man.
So this is going to be the first really big week.
This is nice.
For the TrapNerd versus Tank Talk competition.
Let's do it.
Right now, I think we're projected to win all of them.
They just know they project me bad every week.
Yeah,
though.
Projections are stupid. But
I'm projected to be – I should be 0-3 right now if projections were right.
Really?
Yeah, instead I scored 300 twice.
I was projected to be 2-1. So.
Yeah. You were projected to beat me, though.
It was really close, though. And that's because they always give zeros to rookies in your starting branch. I'm not starting any rookies.
Hey, man. I don't make the rules.
But, yeah, we're projected to win all of them except for we're projected to win 2 of them.
Who's Joe playing?
Joe is playing X.
To get your confidence up. Remember what Adam Sandler said in
still will beat me.
And you guys ever seen Longest Yard? Adam Sandler said, play Appalachian State. Kick the living shit out of them. Get your confidence up. That's what you got to do this week, bro. Get this win under your belt. You won't look back.
Can't, man.
Okay?
Let's try.
You got to get rid of Daniel Jones.
You want to hear something, though?
I have to.
He fucking stinks.
I'm giving him another chance.
You want to hear something?
Seattle.
Can't do it.
They're 24th ranked against quarterbacks.
Without Barkley, Daniel Jones is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. You got to look at his stats. Nah, do what you want, though, man.
TrapNerd has the 4 highest scorers. It goes you, me, Damon, Quake.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And as bad as we're sitting here talking about Joe being, Joe would be better than half of the Tank Talk division.
I didn't say Joe was bad. I said week 1 and 2 was understandable. Of course, he lost to the king and the queen on the chessboard.
Can I tell you guys something?
Then he played Brother Brad.
Can I tell you guys something, though?
Yeah.
I have 800 and where'd I go?
Yeah,
845 points.
No, week 1 and 2, there was nothing you could do. You
yeah, but
played
the next
highest.
closest, you guys played each other and don't have.
Yeah, because you played me and him.
You guys are dead. I'm coming.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm on
It's
my
not
way.
you
I'm
played
on
the best
my
teams.
way.
Think about what I'm saying to you. The reason why my points against isn't a lot because you couldn't score. You played me and Duke, and then you lost to Brother
My
Brett.
team is this bad, man.
You took Cup.
He'll be back.
He's not coming back, man.
Dude, stop saying that.
If Christian
He
Watson
went to go get
can
milk.
play,
He's not coming back.
my team is fire. I'm pretty. Yeah.
Who's JP Lossman, 24?
That's Dylan.
Dylan, he said he wishes all our players tore their ACL. He hopes all our players tear their ACLs.
Who's
Who's playing him this week?
He's playing his own. I think it's Poop.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Like, I get it. It's got to be frustrating for Dylan to just, like, come in and watch me piss excellence 2 years in a row. And then in the Dynasty League, like, we were rivals. I beat him in Rivalry Week. We both suck so far, but I've just been a little bit better.
Damn.
And now my team's going to be a playoff team because I built all the shit that they were talking. I've just slowly been building, slowly accumulating really good players.
You're like that.
Just
Don't forget it's 4 record and 2 points, so Joe's probably a playoff team right now, too.
It's a fact.
yeah, let's look at it right now. If it ended today, it would be.
Who would be the 1 seed?
Well, there's so many teams. You'd be the 1 seed. You know you'd be the 1 seed. Shut up.
My bad.
There's so many 2-1 teams that we wouldn't even know. So
goes
because of points, it would be me, you, Demon, and Quaker.
No, you guys would go by.
It goes by record.
Yeah,
and
we
then
go by
points.
record. But the
I'll
thing
help
is,
you.
we're
I'm in a league
tied.
like this.
Everyone's tied right now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
so
it
we
goes
have
by
more
points.
points. No, what I'm saying is
The last 2 spots, though.
But everyone's tied right now. So there's people in Tank
I'm
Talk that
one.
are 2-1,
I'll tell you-
because we have more points.
Wait, how
so
does it work, though? Does the Tank Talk number 1 team get a spot either way?
No,
Okay.
divisions don't matter. So right now it would be you.
Oh,
because
it shows you. Or did you not change it?
I didn't change it yet.
Okay.
But you guys gotta listen to me.
I'm listening.
It's going by points anyway, because other than you, there's 7 2-1 teams. So me, Damon, and Quaker would be 2, 3, 4 based off of points because everyone has the same record and we have higher points.
I want to tell you something, though. It wouldn't be like that if Joe had more points. It wouldn't matter. He would still be
I'm
in
only
on
talking
that.
about the first 4 spots right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So then it would be after us 2, it would be Seth and Donnie would have the highest
Okay,
points. Yeah. So right now it would be Harry 1 seed, me 2 seed, Damon 3 seed, Quaker 4 seed, Seth 5 seed, Donnie 6 seed with the way we set it up.
Yeah, actually, that's how it would be anyways.
Yeah.
And then Tank, and then it would be Joe. So it wouldn't start mattering until Joe would jump Brother Brent and JP Lossman.
Yeah, so you're just trying to score some points. That's why I don't care about my loss, because I just built up a lot of points. If I was to have really bad luck over the next 4 weeks, I still have a
You're
shit ton
probably
of
going to be the
points.
2 at this rate. You're going to be the 2 seed no matter what, even if you lost out. But we're still scoring the way you've been scoring.
Yeah.
It was like in FFPC. Me and Jake won our league, won the $1,500. We were 4-10 or whatever in the regular season, and we're the 2 seed because of our points, and then won the title.
Yeah.
That's why I like that rule.
All right, yeah. Starting next week, we're gonna start getting deep diving into fantasy football a lot more. Do you want to do winners and losers like of NFL teams, or you want to do that next week too?
Yeah, next week we'll be 4 weeks through.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about our winners and
Almost
losers.
a quarter of the way through.
We'll start hitting the waiver wire for you guys a little bit harder in fantasy. Guys who we love moving forward. Guys who are kind of off of moving forward. And yeah.
All right, cool. Let's pull up Run Your Pool, and we will go over next week's matchups. Week 4. Nuts.
Let's hear the standings.
Nuck and futz. Standings are: Harry has 22 wins. I have 20 wins. Joe has 16 wins. But that's all right. We're going to come back this week.
We'll get some dinner on that.
My phone doesn't want to work right now. This is great. Perfect.
This week's hard, though.
timing,
This is the week
buddy.
somebody's going to do something.
go.
There's some tough games.
Oh, Survivor picks. So
I'm out.
I lost one of my I had 2 teams. I picked the Cowboys and the 49ers. Cowboys got fixed and got knocked up out of here.
But the 49ers won because Purdy's undefeated.
Yeah,
There's
well,
no
and
fixing Purdy. They had to injure him for him to
That's
be
a
fixed.
fact.
that and fucking the Giants are just trash. They're just the worst team in the league. All right, so we'll go through our picks and they're up there. They beat the Cardinals.
It's only week 3.
That win's looking good now, though. It was a good comeback win.
They're 1 quarter away from being the worst team in the league.
The Cardinals are 2 quarters away from being 3-0.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They're 3 quarters away from being.
That's what I meant.
No, because they would have beat
Washington and the Giants. They should have won.
Oh yeah, they
those
would
games.
have never beat the 49ers, obviously.
This upcoming week, yeah.
I meant the. No, so they would have been 3-0.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said 2-1.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
I
All
said
right.
they were 2 quarters away.
I
from
was
being
like
3-0.
mixing up the Giants and the Cardinals because they're that bad. All right, so first game of the week.
Thursday night.
Not an exciting
First
one.
place
If you
on
guys
the line.
if you guys want to skip a game, this is the one to skip. Green Bay versus Detroit, 2-1 each, going into Lambeau. Jared Goff's looked really good, man.
Watson's
Luke Musgrave,
back. Jones
or not
is
Luke
back.
Musgrave, Sam Laporta's
The
looked
best
really
2
good.
rookie tight ends in the league.
Facts.
Somehow Kincaid out there.
Good.
Hopefully he gets going, though.
We're not using him. We're doing exactly what I said. We draft this guy in the first round, and we're not using him.
Who?
He's been blocking good, though.
Fuck him blocking. He should never block.
I was telling him the Thursday night's the
yeah.
match with the best 2 rookie tight ends, and it's not Kincaid.
I can't believe Sam Laporta's this good.
Yeah,
He's
that
the second best
He's
receiver
He
over
said he
there.
was nervous when the ball was in the air. He was so wide open. He's like, I just couldn't wait for it to come down so I could try to catch it for his first touchdown.
So what are we going? You're going Green Bay, obviously.
I am, but like, I was close to going Detroit until I heard Watson and Jones were back, or should be back, and I'm gonna believe in my boys.
Yeah, give me the cheeseheads, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay. I really need Watson to be good.
But yeah, I mean the Lions are really good, and if Jair misses, like St. Brown's gonna just probably catch 10, 11 passes.
Is he supposed to miss?
Well, yeah, Jair missed last week too. Another thing, but that don't matter about Jordan Love's stats.
Wait, Jair's not playing?
I don't know. He missed last week, so I don't know if he's played or
Can't
not.
keep up with all your injuries, man.
Yeah, it's-
Douglas
just
is
win.
hurt too, right?
no,
He's questionable. I'm not sure.
yeah, he'll be fine.
Sunday, the first game. Wake up at 9 o'clock.
You
Make
can
sure
watch
your
on
fantasy
ESPN
teams
Plus.
are set.
Or you can watch it on Disney Plus Toy Story version.
I have to watch the Toy Story version.
It's funny, dude. Please, you got to take the video. For
Because
me.
I don't have ESPN
It's just so
Plus.
funny that you have to watch that. You can come through though if you want.
Jacksonville's got to right the ship. I feel
I
like.
believe so too.
might come
I
through.
like Atlanta a lot, but
Atlanta's playing well. I mean, they got destroyed dominated by Detroit. But I mean, they're playing really well. But I'm gonna go. The Jags can't be 1-3 in Buffalo coming into London.
yeah, it's a must-win game at home, so I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
It'll be a movie with Jared Butler all over again. London has fallen. Jags will be done if they're 1-3 with Bills.
I
coming
need
to town.
Bijan to bounce back though. He caused me some.
Wait, who you guys going?
The Jags.
Who you going?
I'm going Jags.
You want Atlanta again?
No, we're Jags. Fuck Atlanta.
That's another reason I lost when I was telling you on the way over here. Bijan sucked. Fucking Brandon Cook sucked. If I would have started Sutton or Bijan just would have had a normal game. Houston, Pittsburgh.
Joe lead it off.
Houston.
You
Really?
like them?
Yeah.
I'm going Pittsburgh. I like Houston too, but
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
TJ Watt is gonna.
I'm a Steelers fan.
You
That's
are.
my second team on the low.
Why? Because you could just talk
I don't
about
even know
how
why I like Houston.
you beat them in the Super Bowl and shit.
Well, not just that, but I don't know. DeMond's my guy, you know? Gotta see my man be happy.
What's the
Facts.
spread on that game?
Steelers are favorite on the road.
By how much?
Just that alone is enough for me. I think it was 3, though.
TJ Watt's gonna do bad things to CJ Stroud. I hope Nico Collins scores 3 touchdowns though.
I'm gonna go Houston.
Indy versus the Rams.
Indy's at home.
Indy is at home. I don't know if Richardson's playing or not.
I'm going to go with the
Well,
Rams.
he was a concussion, right?
Yeah.
So he should be back.
I'm going Rams too.
I'm going Colts.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like the Rams. I think Stafford will be able to air it out nicely in the dome.
I'm going Colts.
Me, it's a tough
Even
game.
though they probably won because Baltimore's. Why is Baltimore always hurt? They fired their strength and conditioning coaches, but their injury list,
Somehow they ended up with Kenyon Drake back on their team.
It's insane.
dude, their
I scooped
injury
them in
list is
theirs,
always insane.
I don't get
Do
it.
they play on a turf?
If Rams lose this week, though, that's the type of shit where Cooper Kupp won't come back soon. That's the type of shit that I mean. Like, they start losing games, they're not going to rush this man back.
They're bringing him back.
And if Indy wins, JT's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, we're 3-1." If I'm out there,
That kind of hurts JT's chances, though.
I don't know. I don't
It's like
think
the
so.
opposite because you needed Zach Moss. Like, Deion Jackson looked bad, got cut. Evan Hall got hurt. So now Zach Moss sucks and Indy's losing games. They're like, fuck, we got to bring JT back.
But now Zach Moss is the best running back.
Now
in the
Zach
league.
Moss just looks good and they're winning. It's like, all right.
But yeah, but I feel like that pulls into like the psyche of JT. Like,
Yeah, he might-
JT's
might
like,
give
this
in,
dude's
yeah.
balling. Like, how am I gonna get paid when this guy's balling in my position?
Yeah.
Minnesota, Carolina. I'm taking Minnesota. They have to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them too, but
I'm taking them, but I really think Carolina's gonna win.
I just can't get myself to pick Carolina.
Who did Minnesota lost to? The Eagles, the Buccaneers, and who else?
The
Chargers.
It's not the worst losses. They were in every game.
Yeah.
Their defense is horrible though.
Carolina's defense has been okay, but I feel like
they got a really good defensive lineman.
Minnesota's got to win.
He's really good.
Brian Burns.
Yeah, he's fucking nice.
Free that dude. Send him over here.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Saints, even with Winston. A little revenge game.
I love Winston. Winston should have been the starter to be good.
Kamara will be back. Will help their what's been a pretty bad running game.
He'll get 6 fantasy points.
You're gonna be sick. He's gonna get 35 week 1, and then get hurt. No, I'm just kidding.
He has to play at least 10 games.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna take division game at home, so I will take the Saints. But I would not be surprised if Tampa Bay won.
Winston versus Baker. That's pretty awesome. Battle of a couple number 1 overall.
Winston's like my favorite backup of all time. I just think he really is better than most people who've gotten a chance to start in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's never gotten a fair shake. The dude threw for almost 5,000 yards, fixed his eyeballs, went 5-2, got hurt, and people were just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I hope he balls the fuck out, honestly, and he'll still get fucked because they're not gonna let Carr sit while he's making that much money. But yeah, I'll go with New Orleans. Kendrick Miller will probably be the lead running back over there. Philly and Washington.
4-0 Eagles now.
Yeah, they're.
I'm also going Eagles, but I'm gonna tell you guys I have a theory. I have a feeling that Washington's gonna be in the game.
Yeah, they might.
I think they have a chance to win it only because of.
I just can't see them winning.
I'm taking the Eagles, but I will not be surprised if Washington wins the game, and that's only because. The way I was thinking about it was they have KC's coach, and then they just smoke the Eagles.
Cool.
Not smoked them, but.
Oh, like offensively?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also.
I don't know. We'll see.
As good as he is.
I'm just saying I have a theory that
no.
it can happen.
But hear me out, though. As good as he is, there's something to be talked about when Patrick Mahomes and Sam Howell are
No, for sure. I'm not saying that.
But, yeah, I mean, if they beat him, it'd be nuts.
I'm taking the Eagles, though. But I have this feeling that.
Take Washington, dude.
I'm taking the Eagles, man. But I have a feeling that.
All right, game of the week, man. I don't know why it's a 1 o'clock game.
Of the week.
Huh? No, we're
on Thursday.
Thursdays already suck. Buffalo and Miami, man. I'm telling you what, if I wasn't a Buffalo fan, like if I was Harry, I would probably take Miami. But I'm taking Buffalo.
Who do you think I'm gonna take?
Buffalo.
Guess what?
It's easy.
Fins up.
No way.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
No, you're not, dude.
I am taking them.
There's no way.
I am taking the Dolphins.
This dude's just recording.
At least we're gonna get closer in the rankings.
You think this is a game you're gonna gain?
Yeah.
Who said this to, Dennis?
Yeah.
I'll break all your plans, boy. If Miami wins, you better lock them shits up.
I already put you on your head.
Yeah, right.
Hear me out. They just got a lot of speed everywhere. Their defense is not bad. They give up a lot of points because they're always playing prevent because they're up by 100.
Nah, they were only up by 100 in one game.
I'm taking the under.
Buffalo's winning.
Miami 34, Buffalo 27.
Nah, 34-30 Buffalo.
First. Goodbye.
Tennessee, Cincinnati.
That's an ugly game.
That's a really ugly game.
Bengals on the bounce back.
Yeah.
They just won.
But they got to continue to bounce back. I just can't
Joe
see
Mixon
them,
for negative 3 yards.
I can't see them losing to the Titans, who just lost 27-3 to the Browns.
They lost 24-3 to the Browns, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's the battle of the teams who the Browns dominate.
I don't know. They're just going to steal the run. They're going to take the running game right away. Joe Mixon's soul is going to get taken.
And the Bengals play the Browns again. So it's only right that they beat the Titans to make the tournament sound right. That's my theory.
You don't got to tell me twice. I'm going to take Cincinnati too. Joe Burrow, I guess, in the second half started to look a little bit better. Jamar Chase to the moon, hopefully.
Yeah, their defense was looking really good.
Hopefully he scores a touchdown finally. And Cincinnati. I'm going to say Cincinnati like 20
This is a big game,
13.
too. This next game's a big game, too. That's a tough one. Where you going with that?
Cleveland's going to smack them.
Where you going?
Baltimore.
Baltimore's going to bounce back?
Yeah.
Man, it's a tough one for me. But with all the injuries, Baltimore's down to like Melvin Gordon and Kenyon Drake at running back. Les Gus are back. Lamar just can't get the ball to Mark Andrews. Gotta go with the Browns.
He looks like he's regressed as like a throw.
He's supposed to new offensive coordinator, new weapons, but it's the same story. He can't throw that well. Odell's always hurt. Bateman hasn't taken a step. I don't know. They're kind of bad.
I'm taking Baltimore.
We got to see, but they're kind of Baltimore to bounce back. I mean, I can see it, but
I think Watson actually started to look good. If he's good, they're unstoppable. I feel
Ford and Hunt are going to be good enough. Like, they're not Chubb, but they're good.
Cooper's that guy.
He's so good. He got screwed on a touchdown.
Yeah, he still got one, though.
Straight screwed.
And Elijah Moore.
They couldn't review it.
Sucks,
His foot was clearly not out of bounds. He ran for a touchdown, but you can't review that. Okay, he was in bounds, but we can't just assume that you were going to score. It was basically the rule. This game, somebody on Twitter said should be flexed at Tuesday morning. That should make me laugh.
I'm going to go Denver.
You have to.
As bad as they both look.
I just refuse. They can't go 0-4 when they're playing the Bears.
But can the Bears go 0-4?
Yeah.
I like this game. It's not going to be the same Denver Bears game that you think. Like, they actually both.
It's going to be a fun game because it's so bad.
They actually both have really bad defenses and do have some fun offensive players that I think it should be decent. It won't be like the Denver Colts game last year on Thursday night. That was like 12-9 in overtime or something.
Yeah, I'm going to take Denver.
Judy's in the fucking moon. No, he started getting going late, 5 for 81.
Sutton,
and it's
6 for 91 and a touchdown.
2 fumbles. Yeah, it was a good game.
Mims got a touchdown.
Mims took a kickback. Or did he get a touchdown too?
No, he got a touchdown 2 weeks ago.
He looks really good though. Their offense don't look horrible, but they don't get
Mims,
Sutton, they don't get Javonte or P-Ryan the ball enough either.
Javonte looks down. Slow though too.
But
Chargers, Vegas. I'm going Chargers. I think Vegas. New England's kind of starting to earn a little bit respect for me. I think Vegas is where I thought New England was. Vegas fucking sucks.
The Chargers don't know how to win either, though. Without Eckler and Mike Williams, it's not going to be easy. Devontae should have a field day. Jacob should have a good game. I'm actually going the Raiders.
I was also going the Raiders.
I don't want to, but actually thinking it, saying it out
I feel like
loud,
Quentin Johnson, Josh Palmer.
Them two do have to step up, and they should be able to, but I don't know, man.
I just think the Chargers' defense sucks, and I think this is going to be Jacobs' breakout game.
Jacobs has to break out. Adams is unguardable. Jacoby Myers looks really good. And without Mike Williams and Eckler, it's going to be a
the Chargers'
tough,
offensive line isn't that good. Yeah. Max Crosby is going to be all over Herbert.
Did you pick Baltimore too?
I took the Browns.
I think we took all the same team, so thank God I got like a 1-up on you. Chargers are going to win by 20.
I got Miami, though.
Oh, there we go. Boom.
So we got Miami.
We'll be tied next week. The Chargers are going to win by 20, I think. Their defense, the Raiders' defense is really bad.
They'll get up by 20, and then somehow it's a good game at the end. I don't know.
Cowboys, New England. Cowboys by
30.
Yeah.
I'm
actually going to go Cowboys.
It's a Zeke revenge game, though.
I thought about it, man.
But after losing Arizona, I think Dallas is going to destroy.
Or they just go on a spiral downhill.
If New England competes with Dallas, they competed with Philly, competed with Miami, beat the Jets. If they compete with Dallas, I'll be convinced that they can go over 7.5 wins. But if they lose,
still be 1-3 though,
which is fine though. Like,
so now they gotta go
going into the season. I told Mark their max was 1-3, and I thought 0-4 with Rodgers playing. And they had 15-10. That was bad. And Randall Cobb really should have caught that Hail Mary. Did you see the replay?
Yeah,
that was nuts.
But they would have to go 7 and. What is it? There's still 4 games done.
7 and 6.
Yeah,
they have a lot of questionable games.
2 games
The Giants, I thought was going to be a loss.
Another game against the Dolphins.
They play Washington. They play the Saints, and they play the Colts. Those are and the Steelers. They have all these games where they could pull all of them off, or they can lose them all.
Yeah,
but they're not winning this one.
No. San Fran, Arizona. San Fran
by a lot.
They fucking better, dude. If this game's close.
McCaffrey's going to break the record for San Fran touchdown streak.
If this game's close, the Cardinals, this is going to be like the Jets. I mean, look how far the Jets got pushed back because they won one football game.
Yeah.
I guess Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked the best this past couple of weeks.
But he's still
10 times better than Zach Wilson, and still has the potential to be like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, we can't forget about last year when he was really good, had that comeback win in the playoffs, competed against Mahomes in the second round.
I don't know what the Cardinals are trying to do, but they're just trying to hand Chicago Caleb Williams or
and Harrison because they have Carolina's pick too.
Yeah, and they have Houston's
And
pick.
Houston
Houston's
won,
actually looking
so,
pretty
yeah.
decent. Jets, Kansas City. I'm going to go Kansas City.
Yeah, I think Kansas City's. I mean, I think the Jets have to sign a quarterback. I don't think it'll matter this week, but
They should have traded for Jameis
can't-
Winston before Carter.
Yeah,
If
they
they're
could-
smart, they would sign Carson Wentz as bad as I think he is.
they cannot keep running with Zach Wilson. He just doesn't look like he can play in the NFL.
He's another one.
I just
him
really-
and Fields were in the same class, right?
Yeah.
They're looking. That class is looking bad.
Yeah, Lance, Mac Jones. Like, the best is Mac Jones and obviously Lawrence.
That was a bad class.
That was.
It was a bad class, but I also think it's like so much of this shit that we don't understand is like situational. And like as bad as Fields is, and he deserves some of that blame, dude. Look at the situation they put that man in time and time again. Like bad play. He doesn't have good play callers. Never had weapons. Never had an offensive line. Now he has a couple weapons, if you could even call it that. He's got DJ Moore and who else? They let Montgomery go. Khalil Herbert has not been the guy they thought he was gonna be.
Roshan Johnson's nice though.
Yeah, but he's still a backup running back. Like if that's like, oh, the fucking glimmer of hope is your backup running back. I don't know. I think Justin Fields had potential, and the Bears just fucking destroyed him. But
I'm going to tell you guys. Will you guys both pick the Chiefs?
Yeah.
The lock of the week, you're going to hate it, is the Giants.
Oh, I know.
It is the lock.
That's already marked in though.
Why?
I just checked the spread, and if Barkley doesn't play, it's the lock. If Barkley doesn't play and the Giants are 1.5-point favorites at home, when they have no business being favored versus this Seahawk team, Vince McMahon's calling it in. Giants will
I think
win.
it's because they think Barkley's gonna play.
If Barkley does play, I'm still
Barkley
going to.
was out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but then he was all of a sudden almost played Thursday or something.
Yeah.
If Barkley plays, I'll keep my pick because we said no changing. I won't call it a lock anymore because then it'll make more sense. If Barkley doesn't play,
Danny Jones going for 50 this week. Let's go.
or they're going to win like 6-3. Some
your
way,
mouth.
somehow. We'll come back on here on Tuesday and talk about why sports are set up. Because somehow you'll watch DK and like Lockett run into each other on a play, like a route or something.
My plays are in, man.
But my play's in. And
I did 48 for the tiebreaker.
I think. All right.
You going Seahawks, though?
I don't know if I'll pick the Giants this entire year, and I talk mad shit about them,
They'll be 2-2.
and I gotta stand on my throne.
Yeah.
And
No, stand on your thing, not your throne.
44 is my tiebreaker.
Listen, you're 4 behind me. I don't want to hear none of your shit about.
Dude, it's week 3.
It doesn't matter.
Do you know how many times you're going to be
Week
wrong
4.
What week just ended?
The
Has
third-
week 4
the
started?
third week that you lost.
Has week 4 started, though?
It has.
No.
They're starting to practice toward week 4.
It's week 3.
It's week
It's
4.
week 4.
We're at the end of week 3.
The
We're
minute-
discussing 3 weeks of football.
The minute
We're
Joseph
actually
Burrow,
literally discussing the 4th week of football.
the minute
Yeah,
Joseph
but my
Burrow-
our picks ain't solidified yet. They haven't played. Well, they're probably solidified.
the minute
Big
Joseph
Man
Burrow's
already called
knee
in the screen.
touched the field, week 3 was over.
No.
Okay.
No.
Go G-Man.
No. Oh, yeah.
Seahawks are gonna win.
You got an opportunity to gain some points. We got three
I'm gonna
different.
say 27, 16.
You're close to my tiebreaker then. I got 40.
43.
I got 44.
I got 48.
That sounds.
Everything I say, for some reason, sounds bad to you.
No, that sounds fun.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I would be happy if you're.
What do you mean? Well, I mean, I'm right. I'm right 90%
no,
more
you're
times
not.
than you are.
No, you're not. You're not. I come on here every time I'm wrong, and I admit to being wrong, and you don't.
Because I don't be wrong often.
There's an optic that I'm wrong longer than you, but that's because I own up to it.
No,
you
the
are-
optic is
this
you
what
can't prove a
Joe,
time I've been wrong.
I don't, because I don't care enough. I don't care
I
enough
care when you're
to
wrong.
go back and be like, oh, Joe was wrong about
I
that.
don't ever be
But
wrong.
one, you have a worse record, so you were wrong.
That was
more-
the only thing I was
you-
going to
you
say.
were
Is
wrong
that
more.
I only come
Maybe.
at you about your picks, and so far,
Yeah.
hey,
We'll see week 7.
I've only come at you about your picks of your fantasy team, and so far you're 0-3.
You won this week in errands? Made this big trade.
Hey.
Hang on, let me talk about
Hey,
something.
my
Matter of
team
fact,
stinks.
no, listen. I was picking up guys. He told me it wasn't going to save me.
No,
Right?
that was in TrapNerd.
I know.
and that did not save me.
Exactly. He made these trades. He said, yo, you thought I was going to have Charbonnet in my lineup? I got
Yeah.
Damian
And he
Pierce
crushed
now.
Charbonnet. It was the right move by me.
My point is it wasn't enough.
And guess what?
What?
I texted the group said I lost to Joe. My team sucks.
You guys disrespect
What
my
if you
team, though.
texted the group if he won though and said I lost to Harry, my team sucks?
Nope.
I don't think you would have.
You'd
And
be
that's
like,
why
I didn't
we
have
look
Cooper
wrong
Kupp.
more than you look wrong because
Accountability.
we come
Daniel
out here and
Jones
we're
only got
accountable.
4.
There's one thing I learned in life, and that's when I went to prison.
A lack of accountability.
Don't take the accountability.
I admit my team stinks. I have the lowest points in the league. I believe
You would go to jail.
I believe out of the entire.
You would go to
team,
jail.
There's 12 teams. I believe I'm 12th in points.
Accountability is the wrong ability.
Oh. I'm gonna score some points eventually, though.
On who?
Hopefully, Aaron.
On who? So with this week, there's other than the 49ers, which I've already used. A lot of people already used. Like
We have it.
You guys haven't used them?
Nope.
What do you mean he hasn't used them?
Well, I would have also had 2 entries on him, but I'm gone.
He told me, he said, Harry looked at me. All this shit he's talking to is crazy to me. Because he looked at me and said, bro, I am not losing.
I text you.
Oh, whatever. He looked at his phone and texted me.
But guess what?
Hang
We're
on.
partners. I'm not losing.
He said, I'm not
You're taking it
losing.
home.
I'm taking us to the promised land, Joe.
You're gonna do it for us.
I
though.
said, all right, bet. He put his picks in this week.
I got tossed right out
Who
of
else
there.
did you lose on?
The Jaguars. Which I tell myself no division games. Unless like it is 49ers Arizona. And I still took Jacksonville. I said if Kansas City lost to Jacksonville, I was going to take Kansas City versus the Bears. I said whoever lost, I didn't think would lose 2 in a row. But here we are. We're not losing, man. My statement stands true.
70 people left, 79.
I don't know who to pick for week 4, man.
What's your options?
Huh?
What's your options?
I can't do San Fran. I did San Fran last week in this one.
I had another
you pick
good
Dallas?
One. No,
I already picked Dallas in this one. Week 2. I picked Dallas, Washington, and San Fran so far.
You got Philly. But it is a tough division game.
I kind of want to pick the Chargers, man.
Don't do it.
I'll tell you right now what the best thing to do this week is.
I could do the Chiefs. The Chiefs would be an easy one.
Who they playing?
The Jets.
The defense is no joke.
Yeah, but they just lost to Mac Jones.
Wow, this is a bad week.
I know
is a tough
the
week.
easy pick if you don't have San Fran, you should take Denver. I know it sounds terrible.
No way.
But you'll never ever be able to have another chance to take Denver.
But you shouldn't even have. You shouldn't take Denver anyways.
All right, go Chiefs.
I don't know where I would go if I was him.
I feel like I have to. Like I
I'd go
don't
Denver.
want to overthink it. And then the
Bears-
Bills got the Jets in week 5, or the Giants in week 5. I mean,
So
or
you're
no,
gonna go-
week 6 the Bills have the Giants. So I'm saving them for week 6. I would never
Next
pick
week
them
the Dolphins are at home versus the Giants.
Oh, easy money. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna do Chiefs. At least it'll get me to week 6.
Lions are at home versus the Panthers. Bengals go to Arizona, which I guess isn't the easiest, but there's a lot of easy ones next week.
I don't know how to see in this league how many teams are left.
Yeah, ours is 79.
I don't know how many.
Almost 200.
I guess I just have to go with Kansas City. I want to do Seattle really bad, but you guys got me fucking thinking.
Just do it.
Let's go Seattle, underdogs. That's what I'm saying. You'd rather go Seattle, who's an underdog.
Yeah, but I would rather just
Denver.
not overthink myself either. Like, the longer you go.
116 people are out. 79 are left in ours.
I'm going Kansas City. Fuck it.
Who you going, Joe? Did you decide
For what?
this week?
Yeah, San Fran.
Oh, I already had it in. I was like, it's got to be.
I wish I could see.
I lost week 1, though.
I was chilling, too. Washington and the Giants. I had the NFC East going. Those ass.
I hate when people use these weird ass sites.
Yeah, you gotta do run your pool.
OfficePoolJunkie.com. Like,
Yeah,
why-
just run your pool. That's
yeah.
it. All right, peace.
Yeah. Anything else? Nothing. Yankees missed the playoffs.
Yeah, they
They
suck.
Basketball hasn't started yet. College basketball's coming up soon too.
Yeah,
I'm really excited
NBA
about.
draft will be coming up for us October 10th. So we'll actually do the pod and then go draft that same night.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. TrapNerd Sports everywhere. TikTok, especially. We need some subscribers over there. I'm hungry. You guys got anything to say to our
Yeah, let's eat.
beautiful listeners?
Nah, I'm out. Peace.
Thanks for
Thanks,
listening.
guys.
Let's
Bye.
go eat.